Welcome back. We are now doing videos of the artwork, and I'm going to walk you around some of the work because I don't often actually get to talk about my artwork. So this will probably be the most amount I've ever spoken about it, which is quite nice. And I mean, if you look around, my style's really changed in the last year or so. And I am, for those who don't know, I'm a primary teacher as well. So I've had, since lockdown, I've had a lot of time to focus on it, which has been really nice. It's turned a negative into a positive for me, and I've just been able to get my head down and do some more painting. And yeah, this is my first exhibition in 8 years. I haven't done an art show for 8 years, which is crazy to think about it. I think the last art show I had was in London, in just down the road from Bethnal Green. So it was a long time ago. It was a group show, and my style has always been very abstract, kind of modern abstract. That's just a style I've stuck with for a long time, since university. So I moved into my house last year and finally got a little studio going, which we're going to see in a little while. I've just been just painting when I can, weekends and holidays and other times. So I'm going to just do a little tour of each painting to give you a bit of a story behind it. I've got some old work here, but there's also a lot of new work, mostly new work, but there are a few old pieces scattered about. So I'm going to start with this one.
This one?
Yeah. Do you want to come around this side? So this is actually the first painting I painted when I got to moved in and turned my little studio into what is my little painting, my spare bedroom into my painting studio. It's called Bumblebees, and just straight off the bat I just wanted to do an abstract painting. Just the nice thing is with the abstract paintings, I can just do them effortlessly. They don't need a huge amount of planning, and I seem to just be able to just go with the flow and do whatever comes to mind. I might try and choose a colour palette, but this is the first one that I did, so it was a nice. It means a lot to me actually, because it's like it reminds me of when I first moved in. So it was a nice painting to kind of get me started in my new home. I'm going to introduce you to my next painting, which has a very special story behind it.
It looks very blue in this light.
Does it?
Yeah.
So this painting is called Flamboyance, which Natalie will tell you is the definition for a group of flamingos.
The name.
The name. So this was a birthday present for Natalie last year, so it was a surprise gift. She has a bit of an affinity with flamingos, so I decided the next painting I wanted to do was a flamingo painting, and I found some images online. I'd actually seen a really nice nature documentary with some beautiful flamingo scenes, so I used some stills and some other images that I'd found and merged a few of those images together, and it was actually a really difficult painting. I changed the sea and the sky so many times, and it came out well in the end, but it did take a while. And first of the animal series, so in that sense it was a milestone painting. It's really kind of defined my style for the last year or so. So in that sense it's a really important painting, and Natalie obviously will always tell me it's the best of the best of the lot.
Of course.
It's nice because it started quite accidentally, you know, the series of paintings that I've finding myself doing. So yeah, it's gone down as an important one. I'm going to take you through some of the animal paintings that have been a kind of a direct response of the flamingo painting. So this one is the pod. In terms of like picking the subject matter for the animal paintings, I've just been finding animals that I'm interested in. I guess I've always loved animals, so it's been quite a nice part of the process, picking new animals each time. And I knew I wanted to paint something coming out of the water. And each time I've done a new painting as well, there's been quite a few questions like how many do I paint? Do I paint a group? Do I paint just the one? So it was. I think this one definitely worked best as a group. Then I'm going to take you through some of the others. So got the cheetah painting here, and this, to be fair, this is actually one of the most enjoyable paintings I've done. I was really happy with it. It was just really the whole thing. I say that the start was really difficult. I had a different background. I chose not to do a sky and a desert, but it was. I eventually settled on the blue sky, and as soon as I got painting the actual cheetah himself, he was really straightforward. And I should say, with a lot of the animal paintings, I tend to get reference pictures, and then I'll merge maybe 3 or 4 different images of the animal. So I'm not painting that. I'm not always just copying a picture, but I'm trying to find aspects of certain images that I like. And for this one, I used a few different cheetahs, but yeah, he came together really well. I'm really happy with him. I added the shadow and the kind of explosion of dust last, but he was very satisfying to finish. I've kind of lost track of chronological order here, but turtle was also another really nice one to do. It was really nice to get so many different colours in the turtle, because particularly up on his fin.
They're not quite coming out in the light.
Is it not? I don't know if you can zoom on his fin, but the fin and the head was really rewarding to get some of those different colours in. So I use acrylic paint for all of my paintings. I have used oils in the past, but acrylics always just work much better for me. I enjoy the fact that it dries quickly, and it's just, for me, it's more practical. And I know that there's a big argument about oils over acrylics, but acrylics have just have always been a winner for me. So I haven't thought about going to oils. Then I've got Tom, little cheeky Tom over here. I painted Tom in about a day, maybe 2 days. He was really quick. His beak was really fun to paint. The eye was really fun. This whole thing, actually, I mean, it was probably one of the quickest paintings I've done. Having said that, actually the kangaroos were really quick as well. And it was nice to do the kangaroos. The kangaroos mean a lot to me. They are one of my favourite animals, having spent some time in Australia. So I just saw an amazing picture of mine, and I was like, yes, I need to do a kangaroo. And there was just something about the kind of burning heat of that landscape. It was really nice to just get those yellows and oranges. So I was again a real quick one, but I was happy with the result. What else have we got? I'm looking around. This is Anna. She was a delight to paint. I always knew as soon as I started that she was going to be a female elephant, just a matriarchal figure. And I had this idea I wanted to do a black and white animal, and I wanted it to be a powerful contrast of different marks I was making within the painting. It's I think one of the only paintings where I've tried to merge the styles of abstract and the kind of more representative realism that I found with the animal pictures. And I knew as well that I wanted to do a big animal picture, and I used about 10 different images of elephants, and finally decided on this front shot. And I played with the ears for a long time. The trunks, the tusks were really fun to do. I remember finishing the painting, and I toyed with I toyed for a long idea. I wasn't sure if it was finished, because it did have this kind of more abstract element to it. I kept on adding, chopping, changing, and taking things out. And I finally decided I just wanted something else to kind of give her a bit of company. So I find just put this little bird on the top, and I just feel it kind of just completes it. And it's the first time as well that I started using this new black paint that I don't know if that's going to come up on the camera, but it's I wanted to really experiment with different blacks and greys, and I found this darker shade of black that is very opaque, really strong, and it's probably better to see in another painting, but this is the first time that I used it, and it was quite exciting to give that a go. I've got some really nice big prints of Eleanor done, and these are for sale. I've got 14 left now, so they're on the website if anyone's interested in those. And I should say actually all of the artwork is available, that is here, that is on exhibition, is available for print. So if anyone is interested in prints, they can let me know. And then I've just got some studies and drawings over the last few years that were nice to share. There's a few over here as well. Some of these I kind of did when I got back from travelling. Some travel images. This one was actually an image from Vietnam, a photo that I took when I was just walking about one day, and I looked over this bridge and there were these fishermen, and they're just made for really nice studies and drawings. They're all kind of watercolour pencils. Yeah. This is Freddie, who was a cat that I met on a farm in Australia when I was living on a horse farm, and he was just given to me one day by the owner, and she said I needed to look after this kitten. He was really young, and I was living in this lovely cottage with these beautiful tiles, classic checkered tiles in the kitchen, and it was just a real rustic cottage. Had all these amazing just like things like the wooden chairs. It was just really authentic, the whole thing. And Freddie used to love to just curl up, and I got a great photo of him one day curled up on the chair from this overhead perspective, and I knew the moment I took that picture I was like, I'm going to paint that one day, and I'm really happy I got around to doing it. Again, a really fun painting to do. I really like doing the different colours within the tiles, the different kind of wood effect, and the chip paint on the chair as well. So lots of fun. Freddie himself was actually more difficult to do. I'm not very good at doing fur, so that was a challenge. But I enjoyed the shadows that he was making. So yeah. I'm going to take you through some of the abstract stuff, some of the older things. This is actually a new abstract painting that I did in the middle of all the animal paintings. I just wanted, having a week where I was like, yeah, I'm going to go big, I'm going to go abstract, I'm going to go back to my roots, and I just wanted some real bright neon kind of, just crazy colours. And I had an old canvas that I wanted to use as an old painting that I just had been there for years, and I thought I'm going to paint over this now. And it was great fun. I did this in a few days. Used very blocky colours, what I'm used to using, big paint brushes, and this is probably a better example of the really dark black that I was using. Is that coming out in that camera?
Yeah, you can see it in the middle bit here.
It's probably easier from the side. So it's almost quite powdery, really strong stuff. It's really, I mean, when you put it on, you can almost tell it's like a chemical reaction going on. So I've used it for a few of the different lines and boxes, and I think it was actually, this is one of the more effective paintings that I've used it on. This was more reminiscent of work that I used to make at university. So it was nice to do that. I enjoyed it, and the greens and the oranges I think worked really well together. This is just a really old piece from I think I painted that when I was in London, but I've had it ever since, and it's just been hanging on my kitchen wall, so it'd be nice to show that. There's actually, I'll quickly show you that other abstract one as well. That was part of a series. I'm going to paint over that sometime soon because it's such a nice big canvas, but it was part of a series of 8 canvases, and that was the top left corner. I've actually got this in the book somewhere. I don't know if you can see this, but there's that section there. So that kind of gives you an idea of how big that overall painting was. That was actually the one I used at the
Put it there underneath.
At the show.
See it in together.
Yeah. I'm going to take you upstairs. This is actually not everything. This is most of the work, the bulk of what I wanted to show, but I've got some other old bits, abstract work upstairs, and I'm going to show you my studio as well. I thought it'd be nice to show you where I've actually been painting, and then I'm going to stop talking because I feel like I'm talking forever. But I'll lead the way. Oh, I didn't even get this bad boy in either. So this was another painting I did years ago on one of the abstract series, and what I'm going to be doing is I'll insert paintings which are available for sale and the prices and details of these paintings in the videos for you. And then there's a few more abstract ones up here with a guitar as well. So a few older abstract works. This is my dad's old guitar when he was probably my age now, and he gave the guitar to me one day and said, "Would you like this old rust bucket for sentimental value?" And I thought, yeah, do you know what? I'm not going to try and put it back together and play it or anything, but I would love to put it on the wall one day and paint it. So it was actually one of the, I think actually I did that after the flamingo painting, so quite early on after I moved into the house. I really enjoyed that as well. It's got mine and my dad's initials at the top there. So yeah, that means a lot to me, that one.
Not for sale?
Not for sale, no, that's for me. That's for me. Again, another old piece. And then I'll take you into the studio where all the magic happens. How's the light? Do you want to come up with the light?
Yeah.
So this is my little hideaway. And it's great. In fact, you might even get to this beautiful sunset that's happening right now. You can get that through the window.
It doesn't come out very well.
It's a really great spot. And I've nearly finished this little guy. A Stegosaurus. It's my latest project. I didn't quite finish him in time for today. He's nearly done. He just needs a bit more foliage, a few more leaves, and he's nearly there. I think most of the body's done. So yeah, happy how that one's come out. A bit different to the normal animals that I've been doing. Might go on a dinosaur streak next.
He's very cool.
That's about it. That's all I've got to show you. But thank you very much for tuning in. And if anyone has any more questions or they would like to know anything, just send me a message. And thanks again. Thanks for letting me show off my artwork that I was just wanted to share it with the world. In the current climate, it's just nice to dress up for the night, have some fizz, and enjoy the evening. So cheers again. Thanks very much.